Hello everyone, this is Professor Atman Shah. I teach economics at St. Xavier's College, Ahmedabad, India. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to perform one-way ANOVA and Post Hoc test in SPSS. In the beginning, I will briefly explain the idea of one-way ANOVA. You can find full video which includes meaning, assumptions, and steps involved in it. The link is given in the description. So let's begin with the meaning of one-way ANOVA. When we have more than two independent groups, the independent t-test is not useful to compare the means. So one-way ANOVA is a technique to compare the means of more than two independent groups on a same continuous variable. In other words, we can say that the one-way ANOVA is used to determine whether there are any statistically significant differences between the means of more than two independent groups. Let's understand it with the help of example. Suppose we want to check whether the consumption expenditure of people live in rural, semi-urban and urban areas is significantly different. So here we have more than two independent groups. The first group is people live in rural area. Second group is people live in semi-urban area. And third group is people live in urban area. The continuous variable is consumption expenditure. Now, what is the null hypothesis in this example? The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference in consumption expenditure of rural, semi-urban and urban area. Or the consumption expenditure of rural, semi-urban and urban area is same. The alternative hypothesis is a significant difference in consumption expenditure of rural, semi-urban and urban area. Or the consumption expenditure of rural, semi-urban and urban area is not same. Now, how to perform one-way ANOVA in SPSS? So this is the variable view of the SPSS. We have two variables. One is area, second is consumption expenditure. We know that area is a qualitative variable, so we need to assign the values. So here I have assigned 1 to rural area. People live in rural area. 2 to people live in semi-urban area. And 3 to people live in urban area. Our continuous variable is consumption expenditure. So suppose we have collected the data from rural area, semi-urban area and urban area. Now to perform one-way ANOVA, go to analyze, compare means, one-way ANOVA. Again, go to analyze, compare means, one-way ANOVA. Click on one-way ANOVA. This dialog box will appear on your screen. Now, dependent list is our continuous variable. So that is consumption expenditure. So select consumption expenditure, click on this arrow. So the consumption expenditure variable will come to the dependent list box. Factor is our nominal variable. So here we have area. To generate the output, click OK. So now this is our ANOVA table. This is our result. The F value is 73.049 and level of significance is 0.000. Now this level of significance 0.000 is less than 0.05 and therefore we reject the null hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis? The consumption expenditure of rural, semi-urban and urban area is same. And we reject this hypothesis and therefore we conclude that the consumption expenditure of people live in rural area, urban area and semi-urban area is not same. It is significantly different. But which group is different from others, that we cannot identify with the help of one-way ANOVA. Now to identify the group which is different from others, we need to perform post hoc test. Now to perform post hoc test, again go to analyze, compare means and one-way ANOVA. Here we have the option of post hoc. Click on this option. We have various methods to conduct post hoc test. I am going to use Shaffe post hoc test. So select this Shaffe. The level of significance by default is 0.05. We can change the level of significance as per our requirement, but here I am continue with this 0.05. So click on continue and to generate the output again click on OK. Now this post hoc test generates two tables. One is multiple comparisons and second is homogeneous subsets. So let's understand this multiple comparisons table. These multiple comparison tables shows the mean differences of between each group. So here first row shows the mean difference between rural and semi-urban and rural and urban. The second row shows the mean difference between semi-urban and rural, semi-urban and urban. The third row shows the mean difference between urban and rural, urban and semi-urban. Now let's interpret this table. The first row shows the mean difference between rural and semi-urban. This difference is significant because the value is less than 0.05. So we conclude that the consumption expenditure of people live in rural area is significantly different from people live in semi-urban area. Second is mean difference between rural and urban. Again, the difference is statistically significant. So we conclude that the consumption expenditure between rural and urban area is significantly different. Let's take second row. The difference between semi-urban and rural. It is statistically significant. So the consumption expenditure of semi-urban and rural area is significantly different from each other. Semi-urban and urban. The significant value is 0.108. Now this value is higher than 0.05. So we fail to reject the null hypothesis. And therefore we conclude that the consumption expenditure of semi-urban and urban area is same. Let's understand third row. The consumption expenditure between urban and rural, the mean difference is statistically significant. So we say that the consumption expenditure of urban and rural area is significantly different. And last, urban and semi-urban, the significant value is 0.108, which is higher than 0.05. So we conclude that the consumption expenditure of urban and semi-urban is same. Let's understand the homogeneous subsets. From this table, we can say that the consumption expenditure of rural area is significantly different from semi-urban and urban, and the consumption expenditure of semi-urban and urban area is same. So from this homogeneous table, we can identify that semi-urban and urban, these two groups are homogeneous, and rural group is significantly different from these two homogeneous groups. And that is why in this ANOVA result, we find that the consumption expenditure of people live in the rural area, semi-urban area and urban area is significantly different, but we don't know the group. We cannot identify the group which is significantly different from others with the help of ANOVA. So this post hoc test helps us to identify the group which is different from others. And in our example, the rural group, or the people live in the rural area, the consumption expenditure of people live in the rural area is significantly different from the people live in semi-urban and urban area. So this is how we can interpret the output of ANOVA and post hoc test. If you find this video useful, kindly comment and share it with others, and subscribe to my YouTube channel Crack Economics by Atman Shah. Thank you.